You don't always need a new place for a new adventure. Sometimes all that you need is a fresh new pair of eyes. And that's exactly what I've got today. I'm going to be discovering, or let's say rediscovering, parts of Basantapur, parts that I've walked through many times before, to see if I can discover some new stories, if I can learn something new, and if I can see Kathmandu, my own city, in a completely different way. Let's see how it goes. I was recently invited by the Museum of Nepali Art for a heritage walk around Basantapur, the heart of Kathmandu. I expected to see the same things I'd seen before, but as I embarked on this journey, I discovered some secret spots and some secrets about them that even the most ardent Kathmandu lovers may not know. Today I'll tell you 9 secrets about this part of the city that you should never ever tell anyone. So let's go. In Janabahal lies an ornate temple with many smaller shrines around it. Its walls are decorated with these intricate monograms. While they look mesmerizing, they hide in them encrypted, highly secretive mantras that can only be understood by the most learned ones. Yes, I was amazed to find that these beautiful designs are actually meant to pass on wisdom down the years. In the heart of the city is the Kumari Ghar, the home of the living goddess. A Kumari is a prepubescent girl from the Newar community who is considered to be an embodiment of female energy. There is a popular belief that the potential girl who is selected is then put into a dark room to check if she gets scared or not. If not, she is made the next Kumari. But this is not true. As Rashmila Sakya, a former Kumari, said in the book From Goddess to Mortal, this is a misconception. The girl is selected on the basis of her astronomical chart and not her courage. I had definitely believed in the myth about the dark room until I heard this fact. In Indra Chowk lies a well-adorned temple. It was named Kanteshwari after Kantipur, which is the old name of Kathmandu. Right in front of this is this stone on the middle of the road. It was point 0, or the main central point of Kathmandu, where all distances were measured from. I've passed this stone so many times while enjoying some lassi, but I had no idea of its significance. Opposite the Kanteshwari temple is the Pote Bazaar. It's a beautiful, colourful melange of beads that are adorned by ladies and brides on special occasions, like religious ceremonies and marriages. I was amazed to know that 90% of the craftsmen and entrepreneurs here belong to the Muslim community. They settled here generations ago and have made their creations an integral part of Hindu weddings. Such an amazing sign of religious tolerance, isn't it? This is Shiga Stupa. While it is situated in the heart of Kathmandu, it seems to be hidden from most eyes. It was built as a smaller replica of Swayambhunath for those who were unable to climb up all the way. Did you know that Dhamavati, the Guruma, lived in one of the Bihars here? She was an extremely learned lady, respected even by Aung San Suu Kyi, who visited her on her visit to Nepal. This is a ceremony of the Newar community to protect their daughters. At a young age, girls are dressed up in fancy clothes and married off to a bale fruit. This way, irrespective of what happens later on in life, they are never considered to be widows. While I was aware of this ritual, I wondered why the fruit was a bale specifically. And then I learnt that it's because a bale fruit is long-lasting and doesn't decay easily. It symbolizes longevity. On the way to Hanuman Dhoka, a golden sword stands proudly on the wall. Did you know that the khadga, or a sword, is sacred to Kathmandu, as that was the original shape of the city, marked by 9 Ajima temples that were situated in a sword-like shape denoting its periphery. The 17th century was the reign of King Pratap Malla. He was respected as an embodiment of knowledge. He is believed to have come up with a formula for stainless steel all those years ago. He installed a slab on this wall, which has inscriptions in the 15 languages that he is believed to have been proficient in. I was amazed to know that this stone was used as a test of knowledge for his subjects. This secret spot is Chosya Bahal, an extremely well-preserved courtyard. It is one of the last few courtyards of Kathmandu which is retained in its original architectural style. That is, with a temple facing the entrance and additional rooms for teaching, rituals, feasting on all three sides. Even some of the most seasoned residents of Kathmandu don't know about its existence and beauty. After learning all these fun facts, I reached my lunch destination in style. I'm happy to have learnt about these secrets of Kathmandu. How many did you know?